Hello and welcome to our channel. We're going to tell you a story. My name is Anna. I am 25 years old. Today I want to share a story that I never told anyone before. It is not a happy story, but it is true, and I still carry it in my heart. I grew up in a small town. It was quiet and people knew each other. My house was small but warm. I lived there with my mother, father, and little brother, Sam. When I was 15 years old, my father died. He was sick for many years. He had a bad heart, and one night he just didn't wake up. That night changed everything. My mother cried every day. Sam was only 9. He did not understand what really happened. But I saw everything. I saw how my mother stopped smiling. I saw how she worked all day and night to care for us. One day, after my father's funeral, I found a letter. It was hidden inside a book in his room. It had my name on it. For Anna. My hand shook as I opened it. I was scared. I didn't know why he wrote me a letter before he died. But I read it. It said, "My sweet Anna, if you are reading this, then I am no longer with you. Please forgive me. There is something you must know. Your life is not what you think it is. I was not your real father. Your real father was someone your mother loved before me. He left before you were born. I met your mother when she was pregnant. I chose to be your father because I loved you the first time I saw you. I never wanted you to feel different. But now that I am gone, you must know the truth. I love you always, Dad." I sat on the floor for hours. Cried. I screamed. I couldn't believe what I had just read. My whole life was a lie. I thought he was my real father. I called him Dad. He held my hand when I was sick. He came to my school plays. He kissed me goodnight. And now, he was not even my real father. I wanted to ask my mother, but I was scared. She already looked so tired, so sad. I kept the letter a secret. I put it back in the book. And I tried to forget. But I couldn't forget. Each time I looked at her, I asked myself, is it true? Did she hide this from me too? For 2 years I said nothing. But the truth was heavy. It was like a stone inside my heart. On my 18th birthday I finally asked her. We were in the kitchen. She gave me a small cake with a candle. She sang happy birthday with a soft smile. Then I asked, "Mom, who is my real father?" She froze. She didn't speak. Tears filled her eyes. She sat down and held my hands. And she said, "Anna, I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you when you were older. I didn't know how. Yes, it's true. Your real father was a man I loved when I was 20. He left when I told him I was pregnant. Cried for months. Then I met the man you called Dad. He saved me. He loved me and said he would be your father. He never wanted you to feel different. We both agreed to keep it a secret forever." I was silent. I didn't know if I should cry or shout. I just whispered, "Did he love me?" My mom held my face and said, "He loved you more than anything in the world. You were his sunshine." I believed her. But still, something inside me broke that day. I loved my dad. Even now I still do. But the truth changed how I saw myself. From that day I started to feel lost. Who was I? I looked into the mirror and asked, where do I come from? I wanted to know who my real father was. But my mom didn't know where he was. She said she had no contact with him. He just disappeared. That made the pain worse. To not know his name. To not know if I looked like him. To not know if he ever thought about me. Years passed. Finished school. I got a job at a small bookstore. But inside I still felt confused. Every time someone said, "You have your father's eyes," I wanted to cry. Because I didn't know whose eyes they were talking about. Then, one day something happened. Something that changed everything. A customer came to the store. He was an old man. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "You look like someone I knew a long time ago." I smiled politely. But then he said a name. A name I never heard before. It was my mother's name. He said, "I knew a woman named Elisa about 25 years ago." My heart stopped. That was my mother's name. I said, "That's my mom." He looked shocked. He whispered, "Then you must be Anna." The old man stood in front of me. His hands were shaking. His eyes were full of tears. He said, "Your name is Anna, and your mother is Elisa?" He nodded. He whispered, "Then, I think I might be your real father." I felt like the world stopped. Could not speak. Could not move. My heart was beating fast. Was this really him? The man I never knew? The one who left before I was born? I said softly, "What do you mean?" He sat down on the chair beside the counter. He looked at me with kind, tired eyes. Then he spoke. "A long time ago, when I was young, I fell in love with a girl named Elisa. She was kind. She was strong. She made me feel alive. But I was not ready to be a father. When she told me she was pregnant, I got scared. I ran away. I left her without saying goodbye. I made the worst mistake of my life. I have lived with that pain for 25 years. Tears filled my eyes. My hands were shaking. I wanted to scream, to cry, to run. But I stayed still. I asked, "Why are you here now?" He looked down. He said, "I was sick last year. I thought I was going to die. I prayed for one more chance to fix my past. I searched for Elisa, and I finally found her name on the internet. I saw a photo. She was standing next to a young girl. You. I knew it was you." He reached into his bag and took out a photo. It was a picture of my mom, younger than I had ever seen her. She was holding a baby. That baby was me. He said, "This is the photo your mother sent me once, but I didn't open the envelope until many years later." I touched the photo with trembling fingers. It was real. He was telling the truth. I didn't know what to say. I felt pain and confusion. I said, "You left my mom. You left me. How can I believe you now?" He nodded. He didn't get angry. He just said, "You're right. I don't deserve your love. I don't even deserve to be here. But I wanted to say sorry. I wanted to see you just once." There was silence. People came and went from the bookstore, but I didn't notice them. All I could see was the man who gave me life, but wasn't there for it. Then I asked, "Did you ever think about me?" He looked into my eyes and said, "Every day. I imagined what your voice sounded like. I wondered if you liked books, music, or drawing. I thought about how you looked when you smiled. I thought about birthdays I missed. And every year I wished I had stayed." My heart was hurting, but it was also softening. He looked honest. He looked broken. Then he stood up. He said, "I'll go now. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. And that I'm proud of you." He started to walk away. But something inside me said, "Don't let him go." I said, "Wait." He turned around slowly. I walked toward him and said, "Maybe we can have coffee. Just once. I want to hear more. I want to understand." His eyes lit up. He smiled, just a small, hopeful smile. We walked to the small cafe next door. We talked for hours. He told me about his life. His job, his travels, his regrets. I told him about my childhood, my school, my dreams. For the first time in my life, I asked questions I was always afraid to ask. What color were your mother's eyes? Did you like books too? Do I laugh like you? He answered every question with love and honesty. The sun was going down. The sky turned orange and pink. He said, "You don't have to call me Dad. I know I missed that chance." I looked at him and said, "No, you can't take that place. But maybe we can be something new. Maybe we can build a small bond. Not as father and daughter, but as two people who care." He nodded with tears in his eyes. He said, "That would be more than I ever hoped for." That night I went home. I told my mom everything. She sat in silence, then hugged me. She said, "I'm glad you met him. Maybe now your heart can heal." Weeks passed. We started meeting every Sunday. He would bring old photos, stories, sometimes even small gifts. I still called the man who raised me Dad in my heart. But now I had a new chapter. A story that was painful, but also beautiful. Now, as I write this at 25 years old, I finally feel whole. I know who I am. I am the daughter of a strong mother, the daughter of a man who chose to love me, and the daughter of a man who made a mistake, but came back to say sorry. Some stories are not peaceful. Some secrets hurt. But sometimes those stories help us grow. They teach us forgiveness. They show us the power of truth. This is the story that changed my life. And I will carry it in my heart, always. I hope you enjoyed this story. Have you ever experienced? Share your stories with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories and adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.